Everyone, we would like to welcome you once again to the Laurel Highlands High School football action here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Tonight, along with Atlantic Broadband Cable in cooperation with the South Union Township Supervisors, we present the South Union Township Sports Network. Tonight, via tape delay from the home of the Laurel Highlands High School Mustangs, we bring you the Mustangs versus the Montour Spartans. Hello, everyone. This is Gary Frankhauser, Rick Frank alongside Jerry Dupay on the camera. And we welcome you aboard for tonight's WPIAL Quad A football action. The South Union Township Sports Network coverage is brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring the supervisors, Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and everyone at CUTV, Gary Smith in charge. Once again, this is Gary Frankhauser with the play-by-play, Rick Frank analyzing the situations, and Jerry Dupay on the camera. We'll be back with the starting lineups for both teams right after this on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Number change.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Many people unknowingly have chronic liver disease and discover it during routine blood testing. Possible causes include alcohol, hepatitis C, fatty liver, and iron overload. If left unchecked, this can lead to cirrhosis or severe liver scarring. Offer the latest testing and treatment for chronic liver disease. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Welcome back to the South Union Township Sports Network. Just about a half hour before the action begins here on site. A little bit overcast, but we're looking for good weather here for the first home game for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. And here are your starting lineups, starting with the offense for Montour. Rick?
Thanks, Gary. At quarterback, we have number 15, Luke Persinger, sophomore, 6'2", 175. Two running backs, one of them Billy White, number 21. He's a 6'2", 175-pound junior. The other running back is Dante Pursuti, a 5'10", 175-pound senior, number 8. Wideouts. Number 1 is 26, Don Malicchio. He's a 6', 170-pound junior, and the other receiver is Anthony Tambellini, 5'8", 160-pound senior, number 10. Tight end, James Eubanks, 6'4", 225-pound junior, number 22. Left tackle is George Patazanin, 6'4", 270-pound junior, number 52. The left guard, number 68, Cade Wilson, a 5'10", 220-pound senior. The center, Cam McLaurin, a 6'2", 230-pound junior, number 66. Right guard, number 51, Jordan Shawns, 6'2", 220-pound junior. And the right tackle is number 53, Justin Labrie, a 6'3", 200-pound junior. And that's the offense for the Montour team. And we'll come back in a minute with the Laurel Highlands defense.
Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920, the area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in Carrier equipment. Employee owned and operated, choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. And call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5400 or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts, almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company.
Smith, Lewis & Chess, Financial Services in Uniontown, would like to wish the Laurel Highlands football team and their coaches good luck this football season. Good luck to the Mustangs from the South Union Township Supervisors, Rick Vernon, Jason Scott, and Robert Schiffbar.
Here we go with your starters on defense for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. You're going to see a lot of players in and out for the defensive squad. As we saw last week, the humid weather results in a lot of cramping, and talking to the coaching staff before the game, they're looking at moving a lot of players in and out. But looking at some of the starters for the defense on the outside, stand-up defensive ends, number 66, Joey Conley, moves into that position. He's a 6'2", 255-pound junior, really coming to his own on the defensive side. Inside defensive tackle, J.W. Price moves in there at defense also. Is number 61 at 5'10", 240-pound junior. Nose tackle Ben DiLorenzo. He'll wear number 54. He's also a senior, 6'1", 280 pounds. And another defensive tackle is number 79. That's John Sabatula, a 6'1", 210-pound senior. Rotating in at linebackers, inside you'll see Aaron Huey. He's also number 65. He's also a junior, 6', 235 pounds. Jacob Popson, number 5, 5'10", 165 pounds. Tyler Christopher, number 2, a 6'1", 195 pound junior. And Ronnie Romsberg, number 23, will also see some action in there, a 5'8", 165 pound junior. In the defensive backfield, Daniel Izzy, number 1, a 5'11", 155 pound senior. Connor Basinger, number 3, a 6', 190 pound senior. Ryan Fike will be one of the safeties, a 5'8" senior wearing number 12. Also Robbie Slater, number 25, a 5'9", 140-pound junior. And seeing some action in that defensive backfield is the junior, 5'7", 130-pound, number 3, that's Brumfield, and he will be wearing number 6, Miguel Brumfield. Those are our starters on defense. We'll be back with the kick right after this on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Important for people to know that we represent injured people to the best of our ability, and we've been successful doing that. And I don't say that to have people come to see us because we have been successful. I say that because it's true, and it's important.
Another important aspect is the experience that we have is local experience in the court system in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
On our veterans, the cadets are also displaying a large American flag that has proudly flown over our county and was generously donated by the United Veterans of Fayette County. Singing the national anthem this evening is band member Elena Snyder. And now would you join us as we honor America?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days, at life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service, real service, from a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Creditors calling you day and night? Your debt overwhelms you? Although you may feel that you're in a hopeless situation, Zebley, Mahalev & White can help. We're a full-service local bankruptcy firm that knows what a difficult time this is and what to do to help you get a fresh start. Call Zebley, Mahalev & White today for a free consultation. Your hometown bankruptcy firm. Call us today.
Don't borrow more money until you talk to Zebley, Mahalev & White.
Welcome back to Mustang Field, home of the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. We're just about ready for high school football action. Captains getting ready to meet at midfield. Let's pick up the numbers for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Captain number 66, that's Joey Conley. Number 12, that's Ryan Fike. And number 3, Connor Basinger. For Montour, number 52, George Patazania. Dante Prezzuti, Anthony Tabellini, and
Dante Prezzuti.
Number 51, Jordan Shones.
Number 10, Anthony Tabellini, and number 51, Jordan Shones. For the Mustangs,
getting the 3, instructions from the officials, the referee.
Number 12, Ryan Fike.
For tonight's game, let's give you those. Referee Tom Trilly, umpire Nick Zimmerman, linesman Kurt Shutterly, line judge Dan O'Toole, field judge Connor Shutterly, and the side judge Travis Snyder. Getting their final instructions, 3 minutes till game time. There's the toss. And what do we got? Still figuring it out. It's either heads or tails. I'm sure of that, Rick.
And it's either one's the left side of the field or the right side you're going to defend. It's not that complicated. Apparently it is.
Well, ask Jerome Bettis about that. The Mustangs won the toss and have deferred, much like they did last week. So the Mustangs will be defending the left end zone, and the Montour Spartans in the white traveling uniforms, gold pants, Mustangs in all red. The Spartans will be on offense to start things here from Mustang Field. Mustangs coming in 1-1 with a victory last week over Albert Gallatin. Montour with 2 losses, 1 to Newcastle and 1 to Moon. 2 pretty strong teams.
Two pretty strong teams, and neither time did they mount much offense in that, scoring 6 points in one game and 11 in another. So Montour's had they're rebuilding and they're trying to figure it out.
See if the Mustangs can get them off the field quickly. Teeing it up for the Mustangs will be number 1, junior Daniel Izzy.
You know, the one big difference between these two teams, Gary, while Uniontown lost 16 seniors, they also have Laurel Highlands. They also have returning a lot of experience with Connor Basinger and Ryan Fike.
And also across
Tyler
that offensive line,
and the offensive line. So I think Laurel Highlands has a little bit of an advantage in this game.
Experience-wise, for sure.
Let's see, back deep for the Spartans is again in Athletic. Number 10.
That's Tambellini.
And number 21.
That's William White.
Back deep in the center.
Here's a run-up and the kick. We're underway. A high end-over-end kick down at the 11-yard line. Taken there by Tambellini, and he's got a little crack up past the 25 to the 30-yard line. So set the Montour offensive squad up at the 30-yard line.
Montour, he moves the ball to the 30-yard line where they will begin 1st and 10.
So coming in for Montour, at quarterback, Luke Persinger, number 15.
I would imagine the quarterback,
just a sophomore.
Is sophomore. He didn't get much playing time, as strong as their quarterback was last year. They went to the WPIAL championship game.
Off left tackle, hitting the backfield, but spinning off the tackle there was number 21, William White, finally making the tackle there for the Mustangs, the right side linebacker.
Looks like
James Price in there.
65 Aaron Huey, 66 Joey Conley also.
Four-man front with two stand-up defensive ends for the Mustangs.
Give him 3 on that run, Gary.
They're going to spread it out now for Montour. And speaking to the Mustang coaches, they were expecting from their scouting report that Montour would be not afraid to put it in the air. And to Mustangs bring pressures to square out. Mustangs on him quickly, though. Defending there was Connor Basinger against the receiver for the Spartans, number 10, Anthony Tambellini. Gain of about 3, so that's going to bring up 3rd down and 3. First run by White picked up about 4. Give him 3 on that play. They need to gain just past the 40-yard line for a first down.
Looks like 3rd and 3. Nice throw there by the sophomore.
Threw it a long way to gain 3 yards.
Giving signals to the receivers.
Shotgun, Mustangs bring pressure. They got 4 men coming, and now it's going to be the quarterback draw, and he's going to have the first down. Saw the opening and just took it right up the middle.
On the quarterback keeper.
That was a pretty heady play by the sophomore. Picked up 8 yards.
Persinger
He is stopped by the Mustangs.
just saw that parting of the sea, so to speak. Takes it up past the 40 to the 43-yard line.
1st and 10.
So first down, and quickly to the line comes Montour with the hurry-up offense.
Nice timing there. Great blocking by the offensive line.
Well, there's a pull-off line. Good hard count by Montour. Easy 5 yards.
Penalty flag.
Mustangs need to concentrate on that ball, not jump on the count.
Looks like Aaron Huey jumped on it. Was that Aaron Huey? No, that was Joey Connolly.
5 now for Montour.
It's only been a couple plays, Gary. I'm impressed with the young kid so far, just in the first few plays.
Shows some poise early, that's for sure. Now, split backs with the shotgun formation for Montour. 2 wide outs and a wing in motion now. Inside handoff. This is a big opening across the right side this time for the first down on 1st and 5.
21,
William White on the carry into Mustang territory at the 45-yard line. Mustang secondary had to come up and make the play.
7-yard pickup.
Fike and let's see who else was out there to make the play for the Mustangs.
Good blocking
Slater.
up front. Good blocking up front again by the Montour line.
Little misdirection action caught the Mustangs flat-footed. We're down to 9 minutes, so almost 3 minutes into the drive here. Montour picking up 2 first downs on their initial possession. Quick pitch out to the right. Good blocking out in front. Looked like a block in the back, but no call. And White's going to pick up a nice 12-yard run on first down to about the 33-yard line.
22 quick yards for White on his 3 carries.
Looked like that was a call from the press box with nobody out there to the short side of the field for the Mustangs. That quick pitch right. Had a good 5 yards before he met any kind of resistance for the Mustangs. Hurrying on the field now, number 20. That's Bosley.
Looks like they have 6 defensive backs in there, Gary.
They're going to bring pressure again. Inside handoff and off the right tackle. Just brushes off the blocker and takes it inside. Now we got a penalty. I think that's going to be on the Laurel Highlands, though, because Bosley was the one that pulled the
penalty flag.
Blocker down. It was a good run on the play, but let's see what the call is. I think that's going to be on Laurel Highlands, Rick.
I think he was close to the first down as it was. I think it was about a 9-yard pickup.
They had a
yard marker. It hasn't moved yet, though, Gary.
Extra blocking downfield, and looked like the Mustang defender was
personal foul.
Both ways. They called it both ways. So that's probably a good call because the blocking was well after the whistle, and the Laurel Highlands defender, a little frustrated, just drug the blocker down to the turf. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 2. Nice opening drive here by Montour. Took it at their own 30-yard line And now set up for second and 2 at the 25.
They've had the ball for, looks like, about 3.5 minutes right out of the chute.
They look to the sideline and do change of plays at the line. Mustangs again bringing pressure, and this is going to be a fake by Persinger. He's around the left end, and he's going to be hit hard at about the 23, but he might have the first down. Basinger coming up and making the hit. Nice ball handling that time by Persinger. Took the ball out of White's
carrier, stopped by the Mustangs number 3, Connor Basinger. The ball is at the 21-yard line.
Belly and just takes it around left side. That's a first down down to the 21-yard line.
And in the backfield very quickly was Shea Dussault. He almost had him back there, realized that he was going to face mask the quarterback, and so he let go. But he was back there. The Mustangs have to finish those tackles.
First and 10 at the 21. Handoff inside now. The Mustangs have this one deciphered now. Looks like it's going to be a loss on this play with about 4 Mustangs hitting White as he approached the line of scrimmage.
Stopped by the Mustangs number 5, Jacob Popson, and number 61, James Price.
Popson and Price, J.W. Price on the tackle for the Mustangs back at the 24-yard line.
Second down and 13.
Loss of 3 on the play, second and 13. First negative play of the game for Montour.
Lost 3 on that.
Now Persinger looking to the sideline, getting the call again. There's a quick pass out here, and that's going to be out of the reach of the receiver, number 10, Tambellini.
For number 10,
he heard Connor Basinger's footsteps coming, and he looked upfield before he had the ball.
I don't think that was going to gain a whole lot had it even been on target. So now, behind the sticks for the first time are the Montour Spartans. It's going to be 3rd down and 13. But the Mustang defense has been on the field now for 5 minutes in this opening drive.
This would be a good time for the Mustangs to make a stand. I would say this is 4-down territory for Montour. I'm not sure what their kicking game's like. Oh, looks like there was
movement on the offense that time. That's going to be another 5 yards back and set up 3rd down and 18.
Against Montour. That'll back them up 5 yards.
So this drive,
3rd and 18.
Starting at the 30-yard line of Montour, now pushing backwards out to the 29-yard line of Laurel Highlands. Now we have a whistle. Let's see what this is.
2 negative plays for Montour. Moves them back 9 yards. The referees are coming over to talk to Coach Just.
It's something to do with the headphones maybe, or the clock. I think they got things straightened out.
Good job explaining it.
Trilly's going to run across and explain it to the Montour coach.
We have another warm, steamy, humid night, Gary. I wouldn't be shocked in the second half to see some cramping up.
They added 10 seconds back on the clock. Must have been running during the penalty. Probably what happened.
Mustangs in their standard defense.
It's going to be a handoff inside, trying to gain back some yardage. That's White, and he's going to be hit for another loss back to the 31-yard line. So William White will
lose about another 3.
Face now the 4th down and 20.
It'll be a 4th down and 20.
What does Montour do here, Rick? Punt him back deep, or go for it? I think I would punt at this situation.
It's early
Very
in the
little
game.
chance of getting the first down, but then you have a real good opportunity to pin the Mustangs deep. But they're going to go for it. If they put it in the air, that will certainly give the Mustangs decent field position. If it's unsuccessful, they're going to bring heat. It's over the middle, It's through the hands of the receiver, number 22, wide open there across the middle. That was James Eubanks.
Laurel Highlands takes over.
And the Mustangs will take over. They had him open, Rick.
They had him open, hit him in the hands, and he should have caught that ball.
Just went right through. So the Mustangs will take over on downs.
He dropped that ball at about the 15-yard line. He still would have had to scoot another 15 yards, another 5 yards for the first down. But he was open. There wasn't anybody.
Would have had the first down, I think. And the Mustangs now take over with 5:58 to go here in the first quarter. Montour taking up 6 minutes and 2 seconds on that initial drive, but come up empty. So this is Connor going to cut it upfield. Now breaks one tackle, has one man to beat. Going to cut it upfield, try to get around the last defender inside the 20 at about the 19. Run out of bounds there by number 10, Tambellini, but all the way from the 30-yard line, all the way down to the 19.
50 yards, scamper.
51 yards. You're right, 50 was on the 31. 50-yard run on the first play by the Mustangs.
That got the crowd going.
And a big crowd here at Mustang Field to see the first home game for the Mustangs.
Crowd's fired up. It's Hawaiian night, Gary. Did you wear your lei?
Absolutely. First down and 10. This time, fake it inside again. Now Connor will cut it up short this time and take it inside the 15 to about the 14 for another 5-yard pickup.
That brings his average down to 27 yards a carry, Gary.
Stop by number 42, Logan Pershinger.
2 carries, 55 yards.
55 yards, that's it.
Ball now on the 14
Clock
yard.
running with 5:18 to go here in the first. Connor reads that front line, and if he sees the 4-down lineman, he'll cut it up shorter and a 5-yard go off tackle. 5-man up front. This time he'll fake it, give it inside. This time try to pick up who that was on the carry.
That was number 20, Riley Bosley.
Bosley with the carry. Give him one. Brings up 3rd down and 4. Big 3rd down here now coming for the Mustangs at the Montour 14-yard line.
That's a 3rd down and now 4.
Mustangs come up with twin receivers to the left, tight end right. Might go short side this time. Now they're going to pass it out into the flat. He has some room. Cut it up. Needs to cut it up. And I believe he's very close to the first down. That's Bosley. They're going to depend on the spot at about the 9-yard line.
Actually, I was on the far side, and we didn't see it. That was actually Ryan Fike.
Was it Fike? Okay, yeah. Number 12.
Down to the about 8-yard line. Where it's
Give him the first down. He had some room out there. Did cut it up enough. Gets the first down at the 8-yard line. Now we have another whistle. I think we're going to have some problem with the clock. Officials are coming back over to the coaching staff. So, again, the clock should have stopped on the first down, and it did not. So now it'll start on the. Now it'll start.
1st and 8 from the 8.
So really no consequence with the clock not stopping. It'll go down to about 4 minutes at the time the Mustangs snap it. From the pistol formation, Connor fakes it inside, takes it himself right off the left corner, off tackle inside the 5 to about the 3-yard line.
Laurel Highlands down to the 3-yard line.
From the 8 to the 3, give him another 5 yards. 2nd and goal.
1st and goal from the 3.
It's hard to pick up those numbers of the tacklers for Montour.
Another 5 yards for Connor.
2nd and goal. Mustangs' first possession after Montour had a long drive, stopped on 4th down. Here's Connor again, and he's going to be stopped this time.
Gang tackle.
No gain at the 3-yard line. That's going to
number 8, Dante Pursuti. It was a group effort. Number 26, Dominic Malicchio.
Third down and 3 at the 3-yard line. 2 receivers out, right and left. Full house backfield. Fake to Dussault. Here's a pitch out now. Try to cut it up in. Does not get in. Does he? Yes, he does. Spin move. Gets the touchdown for the Mustangs.
That was Robbie Slater back.
That's Slater.
Back this week.
Robbie Slater into the end zone, touchdown, Laurel Highlands.
3-yard run by Robbie Slater on a 69-yard drive for the Mustangs, highlighted by the 50-yard run by Connor Basinger. On for the extra point will be Izzy out of the Basinger hold. Snap is back, hold is good, kick is blocked. Right into the back of the offensive line, so did not get any height on that extra point, so that'll leave the score. Laurel Highlands 6, Montour nothing. 2:33 to go in the first. We'll be back on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Smith, Lewis & Chess, Financial Services in Uniontown, would like to wish the Laurel Highlands football team and their coaches good luck this football season.
We're back on the South Union Township Sports Network. Mustangs on top, 6-0, scoring on their first drive. After stopping Montour on a 4th down and 20, Montour held the ball for over 6 minutes in their first drive, but turned it over on downs. And on the first play for the Mustangs, it was Connor Basinger going 50 yards into Montour territory down to the 20. And finishing it off was Robbie Slater on the 3-yard option run. This is from the 11-yard line. This looks like White getting it upfield over the 35 to about the 38-yard line. Good position now for Montour again, starting at their own 38-yard line.
It's a nice run back by White. He gave them decent field position.
Spartans advance the ball up to the 37-yard line.
See what Montour does.
1st and 10.
Welcome in the listeners from WMBS. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs on top 6-0 as Montour takes over at their own 38 on their second possession of the game, Brian. Montour held the ball in their first possession for over 6 minutes into Mustang territory, but turned it over on downs. Connor Basinger went 50 yards on the first play from scrimmage, and taking it in from 3 yards out on 3rd down was Robbie Slater to give the Mustangs a 6-0 lead. And now on the first play from the second possession of Montour, it's their quarterback Persinger picking up 13 yards to midfield. So they'll be 1st and 10 at the 50 with 2 minutes to go here in the first. Laurel Highlands on top, 6-0.
Hey, Gary, Persinger turned that bad snap into a nice 13-yard gain. Again, another heady move, another smart move by the kid.
Pass over the middle, and he's got his receiver this time. Good catch. Pass and catch, short post over the middle inside the 40 to about the 35-yard line.
They're ruling it incomplete.
They're going to say dropped it. Wow.
That was number 26.
Maglioka.
Pass intended for number 26, Dominic.
It was right on the money, too. That's 2 passes that would have advanced their field position, and neither receiver could hold on to it.
Good passes by Persinger, right where they're supposed to be.
He put some zip on it. He stepped right into it, and it was a good line drive.
Clock down to 1:40 to go here in the first.
The Mustangs were in a zone defense, and Magliocco found the seam there.
Inside handoff to White. Fumbles on the turf. And the Mustangs trying to run after it. Do
Looks
they
like
have
they got
it?
Maybe.
Let's see what the call is. Laurel Highlands with the recovery. I think that was Dussault over there. Was that number 4?
It looked like number 2, Tyler Christopher, but
Montour, recovered by the Mustangs.
We'll have to wait for the replay, but it was either Dussault or number 2, Christopher. But the Mustangs don't care who it was; they'll take over.
Recovered by number 4, Shade.
Pretty good field position.
So, at the 41-yard line,
10, Laurel Highlands.
with 1:32 to go here in the first, Mustangs will take over at the 41-yard line. Looked like it was a little indecision that time by Persinger whether he was going to allow White to make the carry or was going to do it himself. And now from the pistol, handoff inside and nowhere to go that time for the Mustang fullback. Let's pick up the number there of the Mustang.
Okay, number
It's
20. Bosley.
He'll lose a half a yard.
Riley Bosley, the ball carrier.
Second down and 10.
Second down.
So the read there by Connor was to allow the run straight up the middle, but the Montour defense was there in force. Once again, Basinger from the pistol. He's going to go straight back, 3 steps back, looking deep, has a man open, it's going to be picked off. Did not get that ball high enough, and a turnover right back to Montour. Interception there.
Magliocco, he just played center field there.
Ball just a little underthrown.
Pass is intercepted by number 26, Dominic.
I didn't see who the receiver was
He was stopped by number
from
20,
for the Mustangs, but he was behind Magliocco, and he'd have been gone if that ball
I think it was
floated
Slater.
up enough. He got behind the safety.
Connor just
and
needed to
he'd
put
been
a
gone.
little more air under that one.
Maybe threw it a little late.
So 2 plays after the Mustangs took over on a turnover, they hand it right back to Montour, back now at the 27-yard line. 41 seconds to go, and up over his head again, and Persinger will have to go back there and just fall on it.
I don't think he was necessarily either looking for it or
The center snapped it too early.
snapped it too early, kind of off to the side a little bit too. Ball was on the 27, and now it's on the 14, it looks like. So it's like a loss of about 13 yards.
That could be the last play of the first quarter. We'll wait to see if Montour does run another play.
Doesn't look like it.
Play clock is more than the game clock, so it looks like they're going to wait for the second quarter to run this 2nd and 23. And with that, we're going to take a timeout here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Laurel Highlands on top, 6-0. Back with second quarter action right after this.
Colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths. Signs include abdominal pain and rectal bleeding. Colon cancer develops from a degenerating benign growth or polyp. Doctors performing colonoscopy are able to remove precancerous polyps, thus preventing colon cancer. This saves lives, and the American Cancer Society now recommends that everyone have a colonoscopy every 10 years, beginning at age 50. Offer the latest diagnostic testing. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920. The area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in Carrier equipment. Employee owned and operated, choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. And call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5800 5400 or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts, almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company.
Welcome back to Mustang Field as we look forward to second quarter action. The Mustangs on top 6-0. Just one possession by the Mustangs in the first quarter. This being the second possession, well, actually two possessions by the Mustangs, but they handed it right back in two plays after taking over on the turnover. And now Montour faces a second down and 23 on their own 14-yard line.
A long field to go.
They're going to pass it out here in the flat, look for somebody to miss some tackles, and now we're going to be hit and brought down, still not down, but tackle made at about the 13-yard line. Could be another loss on the play. Picking up the tackler, looked like Fike was in there.
Looks like they did lose a yard.
Basinger on that side.
William White, the ball carrier.
Try to pick up that carrier. That was a pass to White for -1.
Stopped by the Mustangs. Number 5, Jacob Popson.
You know, who blew that play up, Gary, was Joey Connolly. He had White at the line of scrimmage.
And Popson came in and finished him off, I think.
A gang of people finished him off, but because of Connolly, that play died.
Third down and 25. He's going to pass it out here in the flat and almost picked off.
That was intended for number 13, Flannery, and broken up by Fike. Good defense by Fike.
Would not have been enough for the first down, but that's going to give the Mustangs pretty good field position if they can field this punt inside Montour territory. Look for the Mustangs to bring pressure here against the punter.
Looks like Basinger and Slater back.
And Ripple, the punter. And I'm sorry, that's Gergerich. And it comes off the side of his foot. That's going to come down. The Mustangs need to get out of the way. And they do, and that's going to be down at the 21-yard line. Wow.
They were lucky that ball, Mustangs, that ball could have hit and gone in any direction. It was right in the middle of about 4 Mustangs.
That turns into an 8-yard punt, Rick. And he sets the Mustangs up at the 20-yard line.
The table's set.
Clock at 11:01. Mustangs take over on the change of possession with an opportunity here now deep in Montour territory.
That was essentially a turnover for the Montour Spartans.
Look for Connor to take some carries this time. A lot of room around the left side, getting some blocks around the left side. Has to tightrope down inside the 5. They're going to mark him out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
We'll make it about the 4-yard line.
Give him 16 on the carry, Rick. Good blocking on the outside there by the wideouts for the Mustangs.
That block by Brumfield was very good. That's what really sprung him. Brumfield held that block and held it and allowed Connor to get around him. Connor read that block correctly, and Brumfield blocked his guy into the middle of the field.
And we've said this first 2 games, Connor Basinger with deceptive speed. He's going to take it himself again, take it inside the 1 to the goal line. He's in. Connor Basinger does it himself, 4 yards for the touchdown, 2 carries, 20 yards on the drive. Adds on to the Mustangs, makes it 12-0 with 10:49 to go here in the second. 4-yard run by Basinger. 3 touchdowns running last week, gives him another touchdown this week. Makes it 12-0. Mustangs surely will go for 2 here. Coming out in the pistol with Dassault right behind Basinger. Tight formation, in motion. Fakes a handoff, pitches it out now, tries to get it inside and unable to handle it. on the pitch.
And the run for 2 is no good. So now
I believe that was Slater trying to take it in on the pitch. Could not. And the Mustangs fail on the extra point. Leaves it 12-0, 10:49 to go here in the second. We'll be back on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Every person who's been injured, when they come in, has an expectation that their case is important, and it is to us. We take these cases very seriously.
So that experience that we have is unique also because we have experience in these communities, in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg, in these court systems.
You don't have to go to Pittsburgh to be represented by attorneys who don't know their way around your community.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Once again from Laurel Highlands.
Here we go, the Mustang kicking squad back out onto the field, now kicking right to left. Leading 12-0, taking advantage of the short punt by the Montour Spartans. They left the ball at the 20-yard line. 2 plays later, Basinger takes it in for the touchdown for the Mustangs, making it 12-0. Izzy once again with the run-up. He'll kick it deep. And that's at about the 7 on the turf. Finally gets the hold of it. And sometimes this can cause problems keeping your lanes, and that's going to be the case all the way out to the 37-yard line.
That was Tambellini on that run, and good recovery. That could have been disaster.
Well, that happens so often when there's a muffed kick and the Mustangs just get out of their lanes. And allows for the big run back out to the 35-yard line. 1st and 10, Montour.
Gary, for the Mustangs, Connor Basinger, 5 carries for 80 yards so far.
Nice.
Just barely into the second quarter.
It's a pretty good average.
Yeah, but it went from 50 down to 16.
10:40 to go here in the second. Montour will come out, trailing 12-0. Now under center. Fakes it inside to fullback. They're going to try to power this time and
lost a yard
right
on
in
that.
The zone, right in the line there. Try to pick up the number of the tackler. Tackle made there by Christopher, who's the ball carrier was.
Ball's at the 34-yard line, 2nd down and 11.
I think that was number 8, Dante Pursuti.
Now back to the shotgun. Persinger, 2nd and 11. Fakes the pass, pulls it down himself, and brings it back near the line of scrimmage. Maybe have gained 1 yard on the play. Bring up 3rd down and 9, depending on the spot, just outside the 35-yard line to the 35.5, right at the 35-yard line. Brings up 3rd and 10.
And 11.
Persinger did a nice job of going down, Gary, and not challenging that linebacker.
Clock running at 9:26 to go here in the second. Fast-moving first half, Rick, with all the running. Ball possession by both teams.
Only a few penalties in that first quarter, so the clock keeps
Low
going.
snap. Now Persinger looking. He's under pressure, and he's going to be brought down way back at the 28-yard line. In there for the Mustangs is Dussault with the sack. Jay Dussault.
Persinger.
First one in there was Popson
Sacked by
and Dussault and
Christopher. Back to the 28-yard line.
All the way back
Persinger
to the 28.
Persinger really didn't have much of a chance.
4th down and 17 now. Once again, Montour behind the sticks. See if he can get a good one off this time. Much better punt. It's going to be a fair catch at about the 41-yard line.
Called by Laurel Highlands, Robbie Slater.
Good punt by Paul.
Where Laurel Highlands will begin 1st and 10.
Mustangs will have decent field position again at the 41-yard line. Still a lot of time left here in the second, 8:35.
You know, that interception that Connor threw earlier, that was his first interception of the year. They don't throw a lot, but Connor's been pretty careful.
Yes. 2 receivers to the near side, wings on both sides, double tight end from the pistol. Familiar formation now up the middle. Power run this time.
It looks like Bosley on the run. Picked up about 4.
Nice first down run. Brings it out to the 44-yard line. Give him 3, maybe 4.
Off the 44-yard line. 2nd down and about 7.
Basinger getting the signals from the sideline. Mustangs are quick to the line, don't waste much time. Have never seen them have a problem with a delay of game yet this year. Connor will hold it this time, cut it up inside, looking for that first down marker.
Line, Connor Basinger.
Basinger from the 44-yard line, close to the first down. They're going to mark him a yard short, I believe. Now maybe about a half yard short. Brings up 3rd down and about a half a yard.
From about the 49.
Yeah, with Connor's experience, unlike
Spartan territory,
unlike Persinger, there's not a lot of changing of plays from the sidelines. Persinger needs probably a lot of that assistance. When the Mustangs call a play, that's the play they run.
3rd and 1. And it looked like an offside.
Looks like he drew off.
Good job there by Connor, pulling him off. So
looks like Eubanks bit on that hard call.
5 yards. Yep.
First down, easy first down, Gary.
That's going to bring the ball down to the 45-yard line in Montour territory. 7 minutes and 11 seconds to go here in the second. Clock restarted now. Fake inside, Connor will take it around left side. Now it breaks it loose into the secondary. Outrunning the Montour secondary all the way from the 44-yard line. Another 44-yard touchdown run by Connor Basinger. 18-0 Mustangs. Extra point to come. He just saw that gap, Rick, and he turned to jets on that time. No angles for the Montour defenders to even have an opportunity to bring him down.
By the time that the safeties realized that he was in the defensive backfield, it was too late. They tried to turn around, but you just can't catch up to Connor that way.
Izzy on for the kick. And he gets this one up, and it's good.
Good.
Point attempt is good by number 7, Zach Layton.
Oh, that's a new kicker for the Mustangs, Zach Layton.
6:48 now left
gets
to go
the
in
kick
our first
through.
half. It's now Laurel
Extra
Highlands
point
19,
good.
and
It's now Laurel Highlands 19, Montour nothing. Right back on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Just sit right down and you hear a tale of a fateful call. You better pay those bills right now or you take a mighty fall. He really didn't know what to do, so he turned to those who did. Zeppeli, Mahaloff, and White, your bankruptcy crew. your bankruptcy crew. So no matter how deep in debt you are, if your back's against the wall, Zebley, Mahalav, and White, just give them a call.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank. At your service.
Highlands #1, Daniel Izzy. And
back on the South Union Township Sports Network and bringing in WMBS. The Mustangs set to kick off again, now leading 19-0. Connor Basinger with 2 touchdowns, a 4-yard run and a 44-yard run that he just completed. The kick by Zach Layton made it 19-0. Here's the kick all the way back to the 4-yard line. Bringing it ahead is Tambellini for the Montour Spartans, and he'll be knocked down with authority at about the 24-yard line. So the Mustangs scored first at 2:33 of the first, with Robbie Slater going in from 3 yards out. Exchange of turnovers gave the Mustangs the ball back, and they, at the 10:49 mark, it was Basinger going in from 4 yards out after an earlier 40-yard run. So he is over the 100-yard mark already here in the first half. The third touchdown coming at the 6:48 mark, and they now lead 19-0, Rick. Rick is keeping the statistics over here, and he has Basinger at 130 yards.
And 7 carries.
So Montour, broken play again. Just missed a handoff. Looked like they were trying an inside trap there, Rick, and Persinger turned around and no one to hand it to.
Well, that trap got blown up by Tanner Slavic, and it looked like Joey Connolly again. It's hard to break. It's hard to make a break when you're smothered at the line. Loss of 2 on that.
Give that to the quarterback. Unfortunately, he's getting credit for a lot of losses that some are not his fault.
Persinger has 6 carries for 11 yards.
Going to go back now, looking deep, has a man open over the middle. Mustangs cannot track it down. That ball just took off on Persinger, unable to connect with his intended receiver out at about the 42-yard line.
Looked like Fike was on the defense there playing safety, and maybe Brumfield.
Looked like that was intended for Tambellini.
Good defensive coverage in the backfield, defensive backfield by the Mustangs.
Keep them in. That's the ideal from that deep safety, is keep that everything in front of you. Don't let anything get behind you. Now the Spartans bring triple receivers to the right side.
Big third down.
And they go to the short side, and the ball's dropped again.
It was probably better that he dropped that, because
it's going to be blown up for a loss anyway. You're right, Rick.
The corner was there, so I don't think he thought of it like that. But Persinger is, so far tonight, Gary, is 2 for 7 for 2 yards total.
On to punt again is Tambellini.
Fourth down.
It's like Slater and Basinger deep for the Mustangs. Bringing pressure. He gets it away.
Not a long kick.
Short kick. It's going to get a Montour bounce, though. A little bit of a Montour bounce, and be touched dead there at the 50-yard line.
Where Laurel Highlands will begin first.
Still 5:39 to go. 3 and out there for Montour. Gives the ball back to the Mustangs quickly. At 5:39 to go here in the second, the offense is back out on the field with 50 yards to pay dirt.
Well, so far tonight, Connor's 1 for 2 in the passing game. One of the passes was an interception. Bosley has 5 yards on the ground. Slater 3 yards on the ground for that touchdown, and Fike has a 6-yard pass. So
now we got a penalty flag. I think it's going to be an illegal substitution. That's what it is, an illegal substitution for the Mustangs. That's going to cost them 5 yards. Move it back to the 45, make it 1st and 15.
Laurel Highlands.
I think that's only their second penalty tonight, Gary.
That I recall, you're right. They had the one.
Back the ball 5 yards into their own territory. Back
Illegal
to
defense. Yeah, jumped off sides. That's a good night for the Mustangs. If you can have just a couple of penalties a half.
Showing very good discipline. You're right. Montour looking to bring pressure. Now the Mustangs kind of run into each other at the point of attack. Nowhere to go for the Mustang fullback that time. And that was
Bosley,
no gain. 2nd down and 15. Just a little misstep there in the backfield resulted in the collision between the
no gain on the play,
quarterback and Bosley.
Well, I think it looked like, and maybe on the replay it'll show it, it looked like Pursuti was blitzing number 8, and Connor saw him out of the corner of his eye and really didn't pay attention to the handoff.
3-step back quick, and their pass over the middle, caught nicely there at the 40-yard line. I think that's Slater. Let's see who that is. That's Slater. Just a short, skinny post at the 40-yard line, right down the hash mark. Connor goes from that pistol formation, just steps back 2, looks for Slater inside the seam between the linebackers and the safety, and he found it perfectly. 1st down for the Mustangs, right at the sticks and the 40-yard line.
It was a 15-yard pass, right on the money, too.
Clock now down to 4:37 to go here in the second.
You know, Gary, Slater did a good job of screening that defender so that he couldn't get to the ball.
Fake inside now. That's going to be a carry by the fullback.
Bosley.
That's Bosley. Nice gain on that one. 5 yards on 1st down. It's a good read that time by Basinger. They certainly had him covered if he would have kept that ball coming around this near side. They had great penetration, but that left the seam open on the inside for Bosley to gain that 5 yards.
We haven't seen Deso tonight, have we, Gary?
Been in sparingly, but he has played a few downs on offense. Played very well on defense, though. Here's Basinger now. He'll cut it up the middle again. And he's still on his feet, breaking tackles inside the 25 to about the 23. Just shakes off Montour tacklers all the way inside the 25 to the 24-yard line.
12-yard pickup there.
Stop by number 3, Gannon
Kalesic on the tackle for Montour.
The Laurel Highlands.
But not before a new 1st down gained by the Mustangs.
Connor executes that run-pass option so well.
Well, now we're going to have a motion, I believe. No whistle. Wow. Connor's going to take it for a loss this time. No, that's
Slater.
Slater on the pitch, and he's going to lose 1.
Slater for Laurel Highlands.
Clock ticking now down to 3:08 to go in the second. Clock continues to run, and the Mustangs not in a hurry. 2nd down, we'll call it 11. Bosley behind Basinger. They're going to bring pressure. He's going to go back, has man open down the middle of the field, and that's going to be caught for another Mustang touchdown. That looks like Fike, I believe.
That is Fike.
Ryan Fike, this time down the left hash mark, skinny post, into the Mustang end zone for a touchdown. Nice pass again and touch by Connor Basinger. So Ryan Fike takes it in from 25 yards out A 25-yard pass and catch. Basinger to Fike, 2:33 to go. Mustangs 25-0. Leighton on for the extra point. He kind of pushed that one through and does.
And the extra point attempt is good.
Low liner makes it through the uprights with 2:33 left to go in the half. It's Laurel Highlands 26, Montour nothing. Here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Good luck to the Mustangs from the South Union Township Supervisors, Rick Vernon, Jason Scott, and Robert Schiffbar. Smith, Lewis & Chess, Financial Services in Uniontown, would like to wish the Laurel Highlands football team and their coaches good luck this football season.
Here we go, Mustangs once again bring on the kicking team. Mustangs scoring from all angles here in the first half, leading 26-0. That last pass from Basinger to Ryan Fike covering 25 yards. Right on the mark with Basinger's pass, hits Ryan Fike in stride as he falls into the end zone. And here's the run up and the kick. That's a deep one. All the way back to the 3-yard line.
Looks like Tambellini.
Nope, I think that's White, number 21. And he's tackled inside the 15-yard line. That's number 10, Tambellini. Number 28 for the Mustangs making the tackle. That's Christian Burchak. Nice open field tackle by Christian. Effective kicking game for the Mustangs. Once again, pins Montour back at the 14-yard line with 2:26 to go here in the second.
Looks like they're huddling up on the sideline before, but the shot clock's, the play clock's running, and they're jogging out to the line. I don't think the coach realized that the play clock was running.
It's down to 7 seconds now. 6, 5. Now we got.
He looks like the
Spartan took off.
The left
like he
tackle.
was going. Well, the left wing back or the slot receiver.
Number 52 for the Spartans, George Petazanin. He jumped and went into his pass, his blocking mode. He was blocking in.
The slot receiver took off down the middle of the field too. So it's 1st and 15.
It looks like they're running the same play.
Bursinger looking, gets it downfield. Nice catch that time out at the 21-yard line. Let's see who made that catch. Looked like number 26, Dominic Magliocco.
Pass was complete to the
second down and 4. Give him 10 or 11 on the catch. Magliocco with an 11-yard pickup. Nice play there for Montour. High snap. Here's the jet sweep to the right. And good speed there, but that's going to be a face mask, I believe, on Dussault. tracked him down for a loss, but looked like he got a handful of face mask, and that's going to be probably a personal foul, 15-yard variety. It is. Face mask is the call.
Against Laurel Highlands.
That's going to be a 15-yard penalty and move the ball out to about the 36-yard line.
Well, that's a big benefit to the big bonus for Montour because he lost 5 yards on that play.
And that's pretty much been their most effective or longest play offensively.
Off against the Mustangs.
And that's by penalty.
33-yard line, where it's a 1st and 10 for the Spartans.
33-yard line on the personal foul. It's a first down, Montour. Minute 49 to go. They're going to have to be in 2-minute mode here to try to score late in the half. Persinger goes out to the left and does hit his receiver in the flat and gets out of bounds. Nice catch there by Jaden Hill. Makes the catch. Anthony Gracie, number 5. With the catch, gain of 5.
37-yard line.
Out of bounds, stops the clock with 1:37 to go.
That was a smart play by Gracie to get out of bounds.
Now we're going to go this way. Same play, and that's going to be out of the reach of number 10, the intended receiver, Tambellini. Going to bring up 3rd down and 6.
Well, when you're down 26, Gary, you really have to go to the air. Try to make up some yards and some points.
Facing a 3rd down and 6.
The Spartans.
Ball at the 37-yard line. Straight back, ball over the middle. Nice catch that time for the first down into Mustang territory. 3 Mustangs it took to bring down number 22, James Eubanks.
Persinger's pass is complete to number 22.
So Persinger to Eubanks. Good for the first down.
Mustang territory down to the 47-yard line, 1st and 10.
From the 37 to the 47 of the Mustangs. So that is a 15-yard pickup.
Yeah.
Clock still running with 1:15 to go. Rolling right, looking. Persinger is going to keep it this time. Smart to get out of bounds if he can, but he doesn't.
Not.
And he is marked down at about the 39-yard line, short of the first down, and that's going to be a timeout called now by Montour. They had 3 timeouts remaining. So they will take a timeout. The Mustangs leading 26-0 with 1 minute to go. And with that timeout, we'll step aside here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
And just a reminder, everyone, don't forget to stick around. And that will definitely work on a good night, like hot night like tonight.
We're back after the Montour timeout. Still a minute to go. The ball sitting at the 40-yard line.
2nd down and long.
2nd down and 3. Persinger from the shotgun. Fakes the handoff now over the middle again, and wide open in the defensive backfield is Eubanks, and he's down to the 25-yard line. The clock will stop with the first down with 54 seconds to go. So Montour threatening now at the 25-yard line. Still 54 seconds to go here in the half.
Eating up some yardage on that 15-yard pass, Gary. 14-yard, then a 15-yard.
Might as well keep doing it if it keeps working. Persinger looking, has a man open again. It's a caught.
Looks like a first down.
Out of bounds, stopping the clock at about the 15-yard line. Right at the mark. We'll have a measurement for a first down, but they will give the first down at the 15-yard line. So a nice pitch and catch there. Persinger to Tambellini. First and 10. Clock should have not started. I don't know why it did, but it did. Clock should not have started.
It should not have started, but Laurel Highlands, it looks like they called a timeout.
So the clock should be at like 40 seconds, I believe. But they're talking about it inside, and we're going to probably have a reset at about 40 seconds. But Laurel Highlands calls the timeout, leading 26-0. 40 seconds to go here in the half. We'll take one last timeout here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Montour threatening late here in the first half. 32 seconds to go. They have first and 10 at the Mustang 15-yard line, with the Mustangs leading 26-0. It's been all Laurel Highlands here in the first half, but Montour trying to mount a late drive to put some points on the board here before half. The last score by the Mustangs was at the 2:33 mark. Connor Basinger to Ryan Fike, 25 yards on a short post pattern into the end zone. A kick by Zach Layton made it 26-0 at that point. But now with 43 seconds to go, Persinger out into the flat, gets it to his big tight end, and he's going to lose a yard. That's number 22, James Eubanks. And there's going to be another timeout called, this time by Montour, with 35 seconds to go here in the half. We'll take a timeout on South Union Township Sports Network, WMBS, and the Trib Live Sports Network. We're back. The South Union Township Sports Network and WMBS for the final 35 seconds of the first half. Montour trying to get on the board here, trailing 26-0, facing now a second down and 10 at the Mustang 15-yard line. Persinger from the shotgun, fakes inside, now looks up inside, but he is collared and brought down on a sack back at the 20-yard line. That'll stop the clock with 30 seconds, and we're going to have another timeout called by Montour. We'll keep it right here, and it's going to be third down and 15. Try to pick up that number as to who made the sack.
Number 66, Joey Connolly again. I think that's his second sack of the game. He's been in on most of the plays this half.
That was a beautiful high tackle right around the shoulder pads. Did not allow Persinger to step up into the pocket and make that throw that has been effective for Montour here late in the first half, over the middle to the tight end Eubanks. That's what brought the ball all the way down the field from the Montour 14-yard line where this drive started, with 2 minutes and 25 seconds to go here in the half. But now we're down to 30 seconds. Montour has used its last timeout. The officials calling the teams back out onto the field. We're about to start the play clock.
This sophomore, Gary, has, particularly in the second quarter, been impressive. How he handles the ball. He really throws the ball, throws strikes.
So third down and 15. Mustangs will bring pressure this time up the middle, but good protection. But now he's going to be caught in the backfield again. He breaks loose down to the 15-yard line, 10-yard line, inside the 10, and at the 9. Now the flag comes flying in, and I think that's going to be a block in the back on Montour. 3 Mustangs had Persinger deep in the backfield. Looked like they were going to have him for a sack. He spun out of that, went to the right flat, all the way inside the 10 to about the 9-yard line. Flag on the play, and there's an injured Mustang now.
Picked up 11 yards on that play, Gary.
It was not going to be enough for the first down, but...
And they have no timeouts left. That's even a bigger factor.
Personal foul now against Montour. It's still going to be third down, but that's going to push it. They pointed towards Montour. And now coming off the field under his own power. Let's see who that is.
That's Popson, number 5, Jacob Popson.
Personal foul against Montour. Late in that run, just was an unnecessary block by one of the downfield receivers for Montour, and that's going to push it way out, I believe. They haven't marked it off yet. Let's see where they're going to push it to.
That was a great initial push by the Mustangs up the middle, caused Persinger to have to tuck the ball and then run, and they had him tackled, couldn't bring him down. He spun out of it and picked up 11.
But that's going to move it all the way out to the 24-yard line.
Ball's back now at the 24.
19 seconds, no timeouts.
That'll be a
third down and
about 18.
He's either going to have to throw it, people are going to have to run out of bounds, or he's going to have to throw it away.
Clock is running now. Persinger looking deep, and he's going to step up again, and he's going to be brought down at about the 25-yard line.
And that'll be it.
Beautiful open field tackle there. Try to pick up the number. They're going to try to get to the line. 3, 2, 1. They're not going to get it off. That's going to end the first half. Montour stalls deep in Mustang territory, unable to put any points on the board. We're at halftime. Laurel Highlands 26, Montour nothing. And we'll be back with halftime activities. You're watching the South Union Township Sports Network and listening to WMBS and Trib Live Sports Network. Welcome back to Mustang Field on the South Union Township Sports Network and WMBS. It's halftime and the Mustangs are leading 26-0. Here's your scoring recap as the Montour band comes onto the field. The Mustangs scored first on their first possession after Montour had held the ball for over 6 minutes on their first possession. Culminated in a 3-yard run by Robbie Slater. The highlight of that run was that drive was a 50-yard run by Connor Basinger on the first play of their possession. The kick at that point was no good, so it was 6-0 with 2:33 to go in the first. After exchange of turnovers by Montour and the Mustangs got the ball back, and with 10:49 to go, a 4-yard run by Connor Basinger gave the Mustangs a 12-0 lead when the 2-point conversion was no good. That drive was only a 20-yard drive after a very short punt by Montour gave the Mustangs the short field at the 20-yard line. At the 6:48 mark, it was Connor Basinger again, a 44-yard touchdown run, just slicing through the Montour defense and outrunning the backs for Montour in for the Mustang touchdown. The kick by Zach Layton that time was good. It was 19-0. And finally, with 2:33 to go in the first half, it was Basinger to Ryan Fike, 25 yards for the Mustang touchdown. Zach Layton kick good, 26-0 Laurel Highlands as the late drive by the Montour Spartans stalled in Mustang territory. Rick?
Well, that would have put them on the board right now. They have 0 points to show for their effort. Montour really came alive in the second quarter and really put some numbers up. Their offense was virtually dead. There was not much of a heartbeat there in the first quarter. But let's take a look at the numbers. For the Mustangs, Connor Basinger was 3 for 4 with an interception. He had 46 yards in the air. On the ground for the Mustangs, Connor had 8 carries for 142 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground, highlighted by the 80-yard run that he had, the 50-yard run that he had at the beginning of the game. Bosley, 3 carries for 10 yards, and Slater, 2 carries for 2 yards. For the Mustangs, 46 yards in the air, 154 on the ground for 200 yards. For the Montour Spartans, Luke Persinger. The Spartans really started to air the ball out in the second half. He was 9 for 15 for 60 yards. He had, on the ground for the Spartans, he was their leading gainer. He had 8 carries for 28 yards. And White had 5 carries for 11 yards. So altogether, the Spartans had 60 yards in the air, 38 yards on the ground for a total of 98 yards. And most of those yards were in the last drive, the last 2 drives for the Spartans. They really didn't have much going on at all in the game until then.
Give the Mustangs credit, even though they did bend a little bit there in the second quarter, did not allow the Spartans to get into the end zone and now hold that 26-0 halftime lead. The Mustangs will be receiving the kickoff when we come back for the second half, as they won the opening toss and deferred to the second half as they have done in the last 2 games. So that will allow the Mustang offense an opportunity to get on the board again as we start the second half. Gary Frankhauser along with Rick Frank, Jerry Dupay on the camera for the South Union Township Sports Network. We'll send it back to the Uniontown Hospital Studios for WMBS and have more halftime activities.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
You don't have to travel to Pittsburgh to get good representation. We've been doing it since 1976. We've been successful. We can help you right here at home.
We know the nuances of the legal system in Uniontown, in Fayette County. We know the nuances of the legal system in Waynesburg and in Washington.
We know the system. We know where the courthouse is, and we know where to park. And at our office, you can park for free.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Here we go. Welcome back to Mustang Field. Gary Frankhauser along with Rick Frank, ready for second half action. As we begin the second half, the Mustangs will be receiving, going right to left on your TV screen. And Montour will come out for the kick, teeing it up for Montour. Looks like number 10. 11, I'm sorry. That's Ripple. Deep for the Mustangs. Looks like Miguel Brumfield back there for the Mustangs. He very fast
For Montour will be number 11,
return
Robert
specialist
Nicole.
for the Mustangs.
And back for Laurel Highlands deep is number 6, Miguel Brumfield.
We're ready to go.
In their current position, it's really hard to read the numbers.
It's going to be taken at the 15-yard line by Fike. He's going up the right side, breaks through slightly out over the 30 to the 33-yard line. Sets up the Mustangs. 1st and 10.
Ball was taken
Tackle there by
the second half.
Tackle there by Gannon Kadlasic
2-yard line
for Montour.
Connor Basinger brings out the offense, leading 26-0 here in the second half, beginning of the third quarter.
I predict more of that's their basic game plan, is that read offense. Keep it between the numbers, let the clock run.
Until they can stop it, why not? Handoff inside, try to go to Dussault, and he's going to break it loose for about 3 yards. Hit the initial point of attack, was stood up by the Montour defense, but just bounced it out to the right slightly. Shea Dussault picks up 3.
That's his first carry of the night.
Number 52, George Patazanin.
Now we have looks like an injury, or someone's going to have to go out because of they lost their helmet, so they have to go out of the game for one play. We'll wind the clock. 2nd down and 7 for the Mustangs. Ball sits on the 36-yard line. Mustangs bring a receiver wide to the left. I think that's Izzy. Send the man in motion, handoff inside to Dussault.
The ball's on the ground, he lets it go.
And I think Montour's going to be on it. Dussault had a huge gainer and just saw the ball slip out of his hands, and Montour will recover at about the 49-yard line. Trying to pick up that man. I think it was number 8 for
49-yard line.
Montour. Prasuti with the recovery.
It didn't look like...
or number 6. It might have been number 6, Rick. Sorry to interrupt you there. Hill.
It looked like Dussault didn't really have the ball stripped out. It just...
I think he was changing hands with it or something, but
slipped
had a
away.
Huge gainer, an opportunity to break it even further, but the ball just slipped right out. It's the old Vaseline on the watermelon. Now cutting it up, a nice run inside.
That's
this time by Tambellini. Inside handoff. Little different look there by Montour. Tackle there by number 65 for the Mustangs. That's Huey.
Anthony Tambellini. Stopped by the Mustangs, number 65, Aaron Huey.
Give him 4 on the carry. 2nd down and 4.
Territory to the 47. 2nd and 6.
It's kind of an alternative jet sweep to the left with an inside handoff. Look for the Montour Spartans to look downfield now to the tight end, Eubanks, who was effective late in the second quarter. Zeesh goes straight back, square out, and through the hands this time of Tambellini. Just too much heat on that one by Persinger. Tambellini could not handle it.
Number 10, Anthony Tambellini.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
3rd down.
Gary, when I go back through my stats, I look at the completions and incompletions, and other than one pass, Persinger has put the ball right on people's hands every single time, even running to his left and throwing with his right. He's been impressive.
Those drops don't show up on the stat sheet. There's a short snap, and Persinger now is dropped in the backfield after a low snap in there to make the tackle.
Aaron Huey,
65 in there to bring down Persinger, so they're going to lose a yard on that play on the bad snap.
48-yard line.
He's lucky it's only 1. He picked it up and got back to almost the line of scrimmage.
He's going to bring up Prasuti for the punter for Montour. Back again for the Mustangs. Now we got a flag on the play. What do we got?
Flag.
Might be offside against the Mustangs. I don't think that's going to be enough for a first down, but it is. The Mustangs lined up offside. Wow.
We have Basinger and Slater deep to receive, but there will be no punt.
They're going to bring the offense back out now when it's going to be 4th down and 3. Ball's at the 43-yard line now. And why not? Trailing 26-0 in Mustang territory. Might as well take a shot at it here. Checking in there for Montour. You have an I backfield to the left. Now they're going to change a play at the line.
Looks like Pursuiti's the fullback.
Low snap again, inside handoff, and the Mustangs are right there on top of the ball to stop that play on 4th down.
Pursuiti got the ball, tackled there by Tanner Slavic.
Also Dussault in there.
Dussault.
Slavic.
Take over on downs.
Good hold there by the Mustangs on 4th down. Will take over at the 43-yard line. So the turnover does not cost the Mustangs, as they will take over now with 9:35 to go here in the third, still leading 26-0. Two receivers to the near side this time with double wing familiar formation for the Mustangs. Basinger hands it off inside again. It looks like the Mustangs have seen something at halftime. They're going to grind that right up the middle, as you would think Montour would be keying on Connor Basinger with that. What do you have, 142 yards in the first half?
Burchek for Laurel Highlands.
So Burchek picks up 4.
To the 47. 2nd and 6.
I'm sure the coaching staff for Montour told their linebackers at halftime, keep your concentration on Connor Basinger.
If you can control Connor Basinger, then let somebody else beat us.
So option right, and Basinger will cut it up, and he has gained to the 50-yard line. Bent backwards awkwardly there at the 50-yard line. And Connor's very flexible, but let's see if he gets up without much problem, and he does. Good hit there at the 50-yard line by the defender for Montour.
That was Ginn and Kadlasic.
3rd down and 3.
And then I didn't see the guy that bent Connor backwards, but Kadlasic was the first man to hit him.
3rd down and 3. Send Fike back, or Slater back to the right wing. Fake inside, and Connor goes to the right side, tries to dive for the first down. I think he's going to be slightly short. It's about 2.5 down to about the 48-yard line, but it's going to bring up 4th and 1. And you would think the Mustangs would go for it here, leading 26-0 with 7:40 to go here in the third.
Jordan Schoen's on that tackle.
It's hard for the Mustangs to do a quarterback sneak, Rick, because they don't run anything up under center. So any kind of run right up the middle almost has to be the fullback. And it is the fullback, and he's going to, no, it is a pitch, and he's going to break it loose inside the
Looks
45
like Slater.
to about the 44. Fake
Robbie
knee out,
Slater.
and Robbie Slater with the outside run picks up the Mustang first down inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. I first thought the fullback had it. Then I thought Connor kept it.
By number 8, Dante.
And it ended up being Robbie Slater.
Well, the corner and the linebacker were not fooled, but Slater slipped right between them.
Made a nice cut. There's a quick pitch out now, and it's going to be tracked down. Nice play there by the defender for Montour. Number 3 on the tackle. That's Kadlasic. Ryan Fike on the carry. He'll lose the half a yard. Back to the 45. Second down and 11. Cat Lessick had that one deciphered from the get-go and used his speed to run down Fike, who's not slow of foot himself. .6:13 to go. This time, handoff inside. Runner for the Mustangs gaining about 3 yards as they unpile. That's Bosley, I believe. Bosley on the carry.
Burchek on the run.
Burchek to the 43.
Jonathan Konacki made the tackle for Montour.
The Mustangs
third down and 9.
Sticking to their game plan. Keep it on the ground. Burn out the clock here and
probably go to the air here. Swing pass out into the flat. A lot of Montour shirts there, but breaking through. That's Slater again.
It's Fike.
I'm sorry, Fike, number 12, and he's down to about the 34-yard line. It's very close to the first down.
To the 34-yard line.
Looked like 5 or 6 white shirts out there waiting for Fike to cut it up, but he just once again found his way through that defense down to the 34-yard line. It does pick up the first down for the Mustangs.
Well, this receiver was working on blocking, but there was 2 or 3 white shirts out there, and Fike just slipped between all of them.
Basinger once again working from the pistol. Hand it off inside. Now he's going to keep it this time, and they have him. There's going to be a lot of late action there. We got no call. Wow. Whistle blew well before all that action way back at the 45-yard line, but
he got pushed back 12 yards, Gary.
After the whistle.
After the whistle.
No call. Brings up second down and 10.
Gary, the amazing thing about Connor's 142 yards, it was only on 8 carries.
A lot of strong, long runs. He outran the defense of Montour on at least 3 occasions for long runs. 50 yards, 25 yards. Nice average. Second down and 10. Handoff inside. Again, the Mustangs just trying to grind it out on that fullback dive. In there making the run for the Mustangs again. I believe that's
Tyler Christopher.
Christian Burchek again for
Christian
Laurel.
Was that Burchek?
Burchek.
Stopped by number 42, Logan Persinger. Ball at the 30.
Ball sits at the 30 now. Third down and a long 5. Tight end left for the Mustangs. 3 receivers to the right. Can't now. They got a little real messed up there by the Mustangs. Wow, what the heck's going on? There's a tackle there about 5 yards deep. Doesn't have when Burchek didn't have the ball.
Runner Basinger to the 30.
Basinger will end up with the carry for no gain.
In the 3 years that Connor's been quarterback, that's one of the very few miscues that I've seen him in the indecision. Very few. Yeah, they both can't carry the ball.
Burchek didn't want to give it up. He wanted that carry. Now 4th down and 5 for the Mustangs. Big play for the Montour defense. 3 steps back, looking. Now Basinger trying to get away. He's not going to get away. He's getting all the way back to the 50-yard line. Huge loss.
20-yard loss.
Wow. Got to get rid of that one. If you're Connor, gives Montour great field position at the 50-yard line as they take over on downs. It's still 26-0 with 2:31 to go here in the third quarter. Montour will have another opportunity on first down. They mark the forward progress at the 46-yard line in Montour territory.
Ball's being placed at the 46-yard line.
So
Montour is the first and 10.
Mark that as a 16-yard loss for Connor. Five seconds on the play clock. They do get it away. Going right as Persinger gets it in the hands of Tambellini, but he
does not get out of bounds
after a 3-yard pickup out to the 44-yard line. Brings up 2nd down and 7.
To about the 49-yard
Tambellini
line,
with a nice catch, but a short gain.
Slater.
Slater with a nice defensive play. Shows some good discipline by not causing any kind of a personal foul there.
Snap it.
Looks like the Mustangs have only 10 players out there. I'm going to look over the middle again, and there's your man Eubanks. He's going to be down to about the 37-yard line.
Mustang territory pass is complete.
Looks like he got the first down. The Mustangs are trying to strip that ball out.
I think the Mustangs caught with 10 men on the field that time.
10-yard pickup moves the chains.
38, 1st and 10.
Montour really going quickly now. The Mustangs have trouble knowing what their personnel is out on the field. Persinger out of the flat, almost picked off, but missed on the catch, and now down the left-hand sideline, inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. Tried to jump that play was, I believe, Izzy, but he missed it, and taking it inside the 5 to the right at the 5-yard line.
26, Dominic Magliotto
on the reception.
On the catch and run down to the 5-yard line. So the defender for the Mustangs took the chance on the pick and missed. Benefit Montour down to the 5-yard line.
45-yard play there.
Persinger now hands off to the right, and the Mustangs hit the runner at the point of attack at about the 4-yard line, but he gets forward progress down to the 1. Minute 1 to go. Montour is threatening. Penalty on the play against Montour is going to push him back. So they had threatened down to the 1-yard line. It's going to push him back out to the 15.
Well, they shot themselves in the foot 3 or 4 times, Gary, close to a first down in the first half and twice, and had
15-yard line.
And I believe
unreasonable penalties.
First and goal from the 15. The runner on that play, I believe, was White. Rolling left now, looking, gets rid of it. Could be interference, and it is. Early hit by the defender at about the 5-yard line.
Looked like that was Brumfield that sort of came in early. The receiver is down. I'm trying to pick up a number here.
I think that's Tambellini, number 10. With that injury, we're going to take an injury timeout. Mustangs on top, 26-0, 47 seconds to go here in the third. We'll be right back on the South Union Township Sports Network. Back after the injury timeout. Montour now has the ball, first and goal at the 7-yard line. Rolling right in, looking into the end zone, high throw out of the reach of the receiver for Montour.
Pass is incomplete, 2nd down.
Intended out there for
That was number 13, Daryl Flannery. He coming up limping.
He's going to struggle to get off the field. And brings up 2nd and goal, ball at the 7.
Going up for that ball, he came down awkwardly and looks, can't really tell what some with his leg or his knee.
Once again, Persinger zipped that ball in there with a lot of heat. Now he's going to be under pressure, fouls it in tries to get it to Eubanks at about the 3. Through his hands, defended there by Dussault.
Persinger's passing out of the hands of number
3rd down and 7 from the 3rd down and goal from the 7.
Hey Gary, how impressive was that footwork by that kid?
Stepped right up.
Moved the pocket, moved around in the pocket, and then when the pocket started collapsing, he stepped up, was able to deliver a strike. He couldn't bring it in.
Good pocket sense. 3rd and goal from the 7. Still 42 seconds to go here in the 3rd. Montour trying to get on the board here, trailing 26-0. Persinger now looking, tries to cut it up and slips and falls at the 8-yard line.
He was going to be corralled there by James Price and Aaron Huey.
Looked like he lost a yard. Going to be 4th down and goal from the 8, so a loss of 1. That may be the last play. No, it could be the last play of the 3rd quarter, and I believe that's what's going to happen as Montour will walk over to the sideline, and we will change sides of the field here at the end of the 3rd quarter. No scoring by either team here in the 3rd as the final 4 seconds clicks off here in the 3rd. We'll be back with 4th quarter action. Mustangs still on top, 26-0 on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Colon cancer is the 2nd leading cause of cancer deaths. Signs include abdominal pain and rectal bleeding. Colon cancer develops from a degenerating benign growth or polyp. Doctors performing colonoscopy are able to remove precancerous polyps, thus preventing colon cancer. This saves lives, and the American Cancer Society now recommends that everyone have a colonoscopy every 10 years, beginning at age 50. Offer the latest diagnostic testing. SWGI, specialists in digestive health. Southwestern Endoscopy Center is a state-licensed and Medicare-certified facility and emphasizes privacy, comfort, caring, and safety for colonoscopies and upper GI endoscopies. Painless procedures are done with twilight sedation given by a board-certified anesthesiologist. The center accepts most insurance plans and is staffed by Doctors Ruthhart, Calabrese, Stokes, SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Davis and Davis, helping the injured.
If you're injured in an accident, after you address the medical problems, you're going to be faced with numerous questions concerning who's going to pay your medical bills, your property damage, the wages that you might be losing if you can't go to work. These are things that you need counsel for.
That your income is protected, that your bills are paid, that your family's taken care of. We've been doing this since 1976. We've helped injured people. We can help you.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
It's now TJ 29, Bell Vernon 14, and Deer Lake 47.
As we come back for the start of the 4th quarter, Montour facing a 4th and goal from the 8-yard line. Mustangs on top, 26-0, 4th down and 8. Persinger in the shotgun, has 2 receivers to the left, 1 in the slot to the right. There's going to be a fake quick pitch, and over the middle, over the head of Tambellini, who was wide open in the end zone. And
that was a very well-designed play. Good call by the offensive coordinator.
Sophomore Persinger just zipped that too hard out of the reach of Tambellini, and the Mustangs will once again take over on downs, but this time deep in their own territory at the 8-yard line. Something different here now as the officials are talking it over. They got it straightened out.
Looks like it.
I think they were talking about where they're going after the game, Rick.
They do that.
Connor from the pistol. Let's see who he has in there this time. Looking, trying to roll left, flips it out into the flat, and that's going to be an incomplete pass. Kind of like a run-pass option there for Connor. Just tried to get it to his receiver in the flat. I believe that was Fike. And kind of fortunately, that ball was thrown short for no gain. Kind of an interesting play there as Fike just kind of goes out into the flat. And Connor rolls left looking for him to just feed him the ball in open field, but it never materialized.
It didn't look like Connor was committed to that pass. A little indecision there.
Second down and 10. Clock stopped on the incompletion. Connor's going to hand it off up in the middle this time.
Connor Basinger. Gain of about 2.
I think that's Burchek. It's hard to pick up those numbers on the runner there. 2-yard gain, very short gain. Third down and 8, but that does get the clock running again with 11:27 to go here in the fourth.
2 yards of carry isn't going to do it. Isn't going to keep the ball out of their hands.
So Mustangs need to try to pick up a couple first downs here, keep that defense off the field. Connor looking over the middle, lobs it down the middle, has a man wide open, and caught, falling down for the first down.
That's Ryan Fike.
Ryan Fike just blows by the defensive back for Montour and complete out to the 35-yard line, all the way from the 10.
35-yard line.
25-yard pass.
25-yard pickup.
Mustangs.
Basinger to Fike. First down, Mustangs.
It gives Fike 66 yards receiving so far. Connor has
7 to go.
Connor has 79 yards in the air.
Now handoff up the middle again. I think that's Bosley, number 20 this time.
That's a little better. 4 yards of carry would keep the defense, the Mustang defense, off the field.
Second and 6. Slot receiver, wing and wide out to the right now. Handoff again. Now this is Connor trying this time, and they corral him in the backfield. So Connor's going to lose a couple yards on that play. So Montour definitely keying on Connor Basinger here in the second half. He has had no room to run, and really with negative yardage here in the second half, Rick.
Well, that time he got back to the line of scrimmage. It's still 3rd and 6, but not the explosive running lanes that he had in the first half. Good corrections by the Montour defensive coordinator.
Pass out here to the flat. Good blocking by the wideout, trying to cut it up as Fike gets it to the 45. He's very close to the first down. It's going to depend on the spot. And I think he got it, Rick. Now
he fought hard for that.
That was Slater.
Robbie Slater from Laurel Highlands.
Nice run there. They're going to give him the first down right at the 45-yard line. So Mustangs keep the chains moving on the last 2 sets of downs on third down passes by Basinger, 1 to Fike, and now this time to Slater. First and 10 at the 45-yard line. Laurel Highlands keeps that clock running at 8:47 to go. Content to hold on to this 26-0 lead. Connor now does cut it up this time. There's a flag thrown in. That's going to be in the area of an offensive hold.
There's a second flag. And the first flag is probably a holding.
And let's see what the second one is. We might have a redo here.
That's one of the few runs that Connor's had for positive yardage.
Holding on the Mustangs. Dead ball, personal foul on.
Penalties is holding against Laurel Highlands and a personal
foul against Montour. So let's see what happens. They'll take it back and bring it forward. So go back 10 and bring it ahead 15, Rick. Go back 10, then bring it ahead 15.
Why don't they just go forward 10?
Forward 5 would make sense. I think they go from the original line of scrimmage.
You say back 5?
They're back 10.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Now turn around and go 15 the other way.
Okay, why don't they? I don't know. My Uniontown math could have worked that out.
Yards are marked off against Laurel Highlands. Now they're being marked off against.
Ceremonial. It's very ceremonial.
Trying to get his steps in.
They got to make sure they both understand that there was a penalty on both of them. But now it's
all the ball's back at the 48-yard line.
I'm confused now. First and 6, I believe.
Correction, first and 7.
First and 7. I don't recall ever seeing that, Rick. They're going to talk it over again. Let's see if does the clock start or not.
No, it's stopped right now.
It is first down.
Should that be second down after that run?
That was a first down run, but I think because it was a personal foul on the defense, it's an automatic first down. Connor now is going to keep it himself, try to follow the running back into the same hole. So he'll pick up about 2 on the play down to the 50, brings up second down and 5.
Well, because of the negative 20-yard scramble that he had, Connor's at 132 yards.
Another official timeout. They're going to talk about the downs, I think.
Well, if what you said is true, the personal foul makes it an automatic first down, then
but it should have been
this would be third.
And 10, I think, but I guess they just take it to the point of completion, so now it's second down and 5. Most importantly, the clock's going to start again. So 7:45 now on a running clock as Connor brings them up, second down and 5. Connor, handoff inside. Now he keeps it himself, and he's going to be tracked down easily and for a loss of 1 yard out there on the play, number 51 for Montour. That's Jordan Shones, and number 42.
No gain.
Jordan Shones. Third down and 6.
Third down and 6. A nice play there by Shones. Just his responsibility on this side is quarterback all the way, and he took that very seriously, able to bring down Connor for a 1 yard loss. Third down and 6. Low snap, Connor picks it up. Has a man open out here again. That time it's Izzy at the 41. He just goes down 10 yards, turns around, and Connor hits him right on the number 1 for another Mustang first down on third down. First and 10 for the Mustangs at the 41-yard line.
That 11-yard catch is Izzy's first tonight. Right on the, right between the, well, not between, right on the 1. He only has one number.
Thanks, Brian and Steve. Welcome to the Mustang Corral, Mustang Field. Mustangs on top, 26-0. No scoring here in the second half. 6:44 to go. Mustangs have been content to run the ball right up the middle gain first downs, and Montour stalled twice inside Mustang territory, unable to score. So the Mustangs just handing it off to the fullback, gaining 3-4 yards at a time, as they just did there, to the fullback, number 20 for the Mustangs, Ryan Bosley. He picks up just 2 on that carry. So we're down to 6:24 to go here in the fourth. It's second down and 9 from the Montour 40-yard line. Connor Basinger using all of the play clock on just about every play. The Mustangs unable to get into the end zone here in the second half, but really not necessary, leading 26-0. Basinger in that familiar pistol formation. He's going to hand it off inside. This time Dussault breaks it right up the middle, inside the 20 to the 15-yard line. Shea Dussault gets a rare carry here this evening from the fullback position and takes it from the 40-yard line all the way inside the 20 to the 15-yard line. First and 10, Laurel Highlands.
Well, he had some resistance and then bumped a couple of linebackers. They kind of bounced off, and then he just sprinted off for a 25-yard run.
So the Mustangs now trying to add on to a 26-0 lead. Clock ticking away now inside 5.5 minutes in the fourth quarter. Dussault back in at fullback. You're going to hand it to, no, it's a reverse to Slater, and they're going to have that deciphered as 3 Montour Spartans, led by number 2, Ian Jones.
Ooh, that didn't go well at all, Gary.
Looked like an inside handoff to Dussault, but Slater came around on the end around, the wing around, I would say, and nowhere to go on that play. They're going to give him a loss of 1.
I think that's one of those plays where he picked up 4 yards to only lose 1.
Probably ran about 20 yards to lose 1. So now Mustangs again.
While the Mustangs were able to convert 4 times in the first half, their offense in the second half has been really weak.
Short gains all the way down the field, and having to settle for no points so far. This time Connor going to keep it. Nope, that's Dussault. So deceptive ball handling there. Gives it to Dussault up the middle. Another short gain of about 2 yards.
To the 14.
Well, that slow offense, I have to give Montour some credit too, Gary, because they made some defensive adjustments at halftime that doesn't allow Connor to rip off those 10, 15, 40, 50-yard runs.
He was at 142 yards at halftime. He's only at, about 150 right now?
132.
He
went
lost
backwards.
10. Yeah, that's right. He had that one big loss. 3:54 on a running clock. Third down and 9. Ball's at the 14-yard line. Fake inside now, pitch out. And there's all kind of white shirts out here. Nowhere for the runner to go. And that is Pike on the
Ryan Pike for Laurel Highlands.
Option to the right. Fake inside, spin move by Connor. That's going to be fourth down and about 11. Ball all the way out to the 16-yard line. Nice play there defensively by Gannon Gadlesic for the Montour Spartans. Stayed at home, had his position held, and Mustangs are going to bring on the field goal team. Zach Layton has shown a strong leg, and the ball's going to be placed at about the 23-yard line. A 33-yard attempt now out of the hold of Connor Basinger. Snap back, kicks up, it is just wide left. He line drived it, pulled it to the left, 2:58 to go here in the fourth quarter. Mustangs fail on fourth down. Montour takes over. We'll be right back on the South Union Township Sports Network. 30-second timeout on WMBS and the Trib Live Sports Network.
You'll be home here again next week as we'll be hosting Bell Vernon.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Montour.
Montour had called a timeout, and now they're going to call another timeout. So we hurried to get back here on the air on South Union Township Sports Network and WMBS, only to see Montour call a timeout. So they're going to take over with 2:58 to go, try to put something on the board. We'll keep it right here as the Mustangs huddle up with their defensive coaches at about the 23-yard line. Mustangs have had a pretty free substitution system going here on the defense, Rick, and all those cramps we saw last week, we haven't seen any this week.
We haven't seen any from either team. I think both teams have substituted
very freely, yeah.
Very freely.
So now here we go. 2:58 to go. Montour takes over at the 20-yard line. Double tight end formation. Tight formation, low snap over the middle, picked off.
Intercepted.
Mustang defensive linebacker with the interception. That's Livingston, number 13.
Livingston.
This backup quarterback, Trent Livingston, comes in at linebacker, makes the pick at about the 26-yard line, takes it all the way down to the 11-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, make it the 12-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Wow.
12-yard line.
Livingston, right place, right time.
He was all fired up. Matter of fact, Gary, he thought he was going back out. Apparently, Connor's in there, so he's not going to be
the quarterback with the 2:52 to go here in the fourth.
This looks like Slater's the quarterback. They're going to put Connor on the shelf for tonight. Good move. Looks like some substitutions on offense for the Mustangs.
Low snap, and Dussault will not get the carry. Well, he does get the carry, but he just kind of falls forward as him and Slater bump into each other, disrupting that play for a short 1-yard gain.
Laurel Highlands is number 25, Robbie Slater.
Give him 2 on that carry, so Dussault picks up 2, 2nd down and 8. Ball is sitting at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, Livingston started to run out there, Gary, and he got the nod last week at Albert Gallatin, but Rob Slater was out for the game.
So Slater now in at quarterback. Mustangs will use the entire play clock down to 7 seconds now. 2:17 on a running game clock. Handoff inside to Dussault. No, this is Slater, and he's going to fake the handoff, goes around right end, cuts it up inside the tackle, takes it in for the Mustang touchdown. Robbie Slater, very nice move there. I thought for sure Dussault had that ball on the inside handoff, but Slater pulled it right out, cut it up inside the defensive end for the 10-yard Mustang touchdown.
Good blocking by the Mustangs. Good deception there by Slater. Good read. Saw that they really keyed on Dussault there, and he had an open lane.
So on for the extra point.
Penalty flag.
Zach Layton, we got a penalty on the extra point. What's the call? Offside against Montour. Of no consequence here on the extra point.
Going to move it from the 2 to the 1.
Second touchdown of the evening for Robbie Slater. He started things at the 2:33 mark of the first on a 3-yard run, and now with the 10-yard run from the quarterback position, puts him on the board with 2 touchdowns. Snaps back. The kick is up. No good. I think that was
short.
2:11 now left to go in our game. It's Laurel Highlands 32.
I also think that was a different kicker for the Mustangs. But the Mustangs put a touchdown on the board here in the fourth. Extra point no good. 32-0 Laurel Highlands. 2:11 to go here in the fourth. Right back on the South Union Township Sports Network, WMBS, and Trib Live Sports Network.
Here we go, Mustangs, here we go. Who you rooting for?
Daniel Izzy.
Here we go on the
Laurel
South
Highlands.
Union Township Sports Network. About to be joined once again by the listeners on WMBS. We enjoy the simulcast action with bonus coverage here. Davis and Davis bonus coverage. On to do the kickoff for the Mustangs. Number 1, Daniel Izzy. He's been kicking them deep all night, and this one's no exception, down to about the 6-yard line. Taken out there by the Montour runner. Trying to pick up that runner as he spins out near the 30-yard line. That's
by number 6,
Jaden Hill for Montour. He's hurt now.
Ball's advanced up near the 30-yard line.
He's going to get up real quickly, though, and get off on his own power. So the ball's out near the 30-yard line. Make it the 29. First and 10 Montour with 2 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in the contest.
A little shout out to some of our fans, Gary, Mr. Capuzzi, and Joe Buchanan Lamessa, and Joyce. Those are some loyal fans that we have.
They're listening every week, all the way from Pittsburgh to Florida, online. Now the Mustangs are going to call timeout. Not sure why, other than they did not have enough guys out on the field. So a timeout, Laurel Highlands, gives us a chance to take one more break from our sponsors, both on the South Union Township Sports Network and WMBS. We're back on the South Union Township Sports Network. We'll be joined here also by WMBS. 2 minutes and 3 seconds remaining. Welcome in, WMBS. Montour now with a first and 10 at the 29-yard line. They're going to be content to hand it off inside, and a big run being cranked off here by the Montour runner. Try to pick up the name, number 16 coming in. That's Caleb Williams. Freshman running back.
Williams, the ball carrier for.
When you said they were going to be satisfied to hand it off, that was a pretty nice satisfied handoff.
That's for sure. All the way into Mustang territory at the 41-yard line. So from the 29 to the 43 of Laurel Highlands.
It's a 28-yard run.
Went out of bounds and stopped the clock also. Not sure why the clock's running, but it is. And Persinger will be in the shotgun. Pitch out now. Same play, same runner. Tries to get around the outside, but the Mustangs are there now for a short gain. Hill again on the run.
It was Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams, I'm sorry. Give him 3. So minute 17. Now the clock continues to run. Mustangs on top comfortably, 32-0, as Montour tries to get something on the board here late. Well, it's a slow snap, and Persinger picks it up, and he's going to have an alley to the right side. So the ball skipped back to him, and he just scooped it up and took off to the right side, off right tackle, down to about the 31-yard line. That's going to be enough for a first down.
Well, that was a pass play, and all the defensive backs had their backs turned covering the routes, early in the routes, and didn't realize that Persinger had the ball and was past the first layer.
Yeah, 10-yard pickup.
31.
We're inside 1 minute at 47 seconds to go. Now he's under center. I backfield. Handed off to the fullback right up the middle, and there's 4 Mustangs there waiting for him. Who's carry on the play there by number 44. We don't have a 44 on our roster.
To the 30-yard line.
number 65 for the Mustangs. On the tackle, that's Aaron Huey. He's been in on numerous tackles here this evening. We're down to 16 seconds, and I don't think Montour is going to run another play. They're lining up for the handshake. 10 seconds. They're going to click it off. Montour is going to not run another play. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That'll do it here from Mustang Field. First home game for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, and they come up with an impressive 32-0 win over the Montour Spartans. And we'll be back with the statistics and the wrap-up here on the South Union Township Sports Network, WMBS, and the Sports Live, the Trib Live Sports Network.
Thank everybody for attending tonight's ball game.
Davis and Davis, helping the injured.
In any endeavor, experience is probably the most important factor, but it's got to be the right kind of experience. Experience in the community where the case is tried, where the jurors live, where the judges work. We've been doing this since 1976 at Davis and Davis. That's a long time.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Welcome back to a jubilant Mustang Field. Mustang victory 32-0 on their first home game of the season. Large crowd here at Mustang Field saw the Mustangs take it to the Montour Spartans, and all of the scoring primarily in the first half. Recapping the scoring at the 2:33 mark of the first, it was a 3-yard run by Robbie Slater. That drive being a 69-yard drive highlighted by a 50-yard Connor Basinger run. Kick no good, made it 6-0. After exchange of turnovers, the Mustangs scored again in the second quarter at 10:49. A 4-yard run by Connor Basinger. 2-point attempt was no good, and it was 12-0. With 6:48 to go in the second, Basinger again scoring, this time from 44 yards out. One of his 2 long runs of the first half. The kick was good by Zach Layton, and it was 19-0. 2:33 to go in the second. Basinger to Ryan Fike, a 25-yard strike on the post down the left hash. Kick again by Zach Layton was good, and our halftime score was 26-0 as the Montour drive stalled late in Mustang territory. No scoring in the third quarter as the Mustangs were content to keep the ball on the ground, run it up the middle, 3 yards and a cloud of turf, Rick. Is that what it's called? But no scoring in the third quarter, and they did put one more touchdown on the board in the fourth quarter. Robbie Slater going in from 10 yards out for his second touchdown of the evening. The kick was no good, and that was our final. Clock running out with Montour having the ball 32-0. The Mustangs go to 2-1 on the season, and we'll face Bell Vernon next week. And the statistics, really not much to show in the second half, but the Mustangs did dominate, Rick.
Well, the second half was kind of sing-song and really no big plays, no splash plays in there, but the Mustangs did pick up some yardage. For the Mustangs, Connor Basinger, he had 160 yards passing. On the ground, the Mustangs, Connor Basinger was the leading rusher, 132 yards, with 2 touchdowns, a 4-yard and a 44-yard touchdown. Dussault was the second leading rusher with 32 yards. Bosley had 16, and Slater had 15 with 2 touchdowns. Ryan Fike was the top pass receiver. He had 66 yards total with a touchdown. So for the Mustangs, they had 160 yards in the air, 210 on the ground for a total of 373 yards. They picked up 170 yards in the second half, Gary. Didn't necessarily feel like that. For the Montour Spartans, Luke Persinger, he had 118 yards in the air. He was the second leading ground gainer with 30 yards. And Williams, who came on late in the game, had a total of 31 yards. He was the leading rusher for the Spartans. For the Spartans, 118 yards in the air, 73 yards on the ground for a total of 191 yards. So they basically picked up 100 yards in the second half, Gary, the Spartans did. So give the Mustangs credit for holding a team under 200 yards for the game and being able to execute their game plan.
Very impressive win for the Mustangs, 32-0 over the visiting Montour Spartans. Not the same Montour team that was in the finals last year for the WPIAL, losing 22 seniors to graduation, but the Mustangs do get an impressive win over a very good program in the Montour Spartans. Won't be easy next week, as the Mustangs will have to face Bell Vernon, and we'll have that action both as bonus coverage on WMBS, Davis bonus coverage, and also tape delay on the South Union Township Sports Network. So for now, we'll sign off for the WMBS listeners and Trib Live Sports Network. Good night, everyone. Tonight's football action was brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring the supervisors of South Union, Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, everyone at CUTV, including Gary Smith and his staff. This has been Gary Frankhauser, along with Rick Frank and Jerry Dupay. Another South Union Township Sports Network presentation. Our final once again, Laurel Highlands 32, Montour 0. Good night, everyone.